Good morning, welcome. My name is Brooke Oberg. Here we are at the living room, at the Bureau. Today's class, I will focus on the neck and shoulders and also integrate a lot of core work to help with shoulder neck pain. I always believe that pain is a multi-dimensional phenomena, and there's always a lot of dynamic in play as to why you may be experiencing pain. I myself have an interesting dynamic going on, and with a new toddler to take care of, that just adds to it. But I hope you enjoy this next class, or this class I will put together and show you today. So to start, we're just going to do some muscle energy work first to find some good alignment so we have support for our neck with our abdomen, supporting our spine all the way up to our cervical. And so let's begin there. First, you want to make sure you're seated on something so you can lift and lengthen your low back, so there's no rounding or collapsing there. So I'm up on a bolster myself. You really want to sense both sit bones down, grounded as evenly as possible. So you have your pelvis here, and then you want to situate your rib cage, not forward of that base of support, not behind it, but somewhere right in the middle, do the best you can. And the trick is not to create tension to find that placement. So whatever you need to do, breath is a good way to sort of keep breathing space inside and softening the front waist. For me at least, my ribs tend to push forward, so I need to keep softening my ribs back. So I have my rib cage appropriately above my pelvis. And then the next step is then to figure out where your head aligns. So typically, especially with our phone and digital age, our heads are always forward of our spine, which can create so much tension in the back of our neck. So keep the awareness of drawing your head back so the center of your skull aligns right over the center of the ribs, over the center of the pelvis. And you just want to find this beautiful lift with each breath you take. A couple other things to think about. So if you place your finger on your chin, you can lift your chin up to it, and notice how I have sort of a flatness between chin and my ears. Then you can draw your chin down, and there's this big smile ear to ear from the base of your chin, and that will automatically give you a little lift in the back of your neck and extend through the roof of mouth, crown of head. So you want to think about drawing your chin in, smiling ear to ear from the base of your chin, and you want to really lift up the back of the neck. That's going to also help you soften the breastbone, ribs, so you find that equilibrium front to back. Last piece you can think, or another piece to think about with all of this stacking and alignment, is the roof of your mouth. You can just visualize that where the tongue touches the roof of your mouth, and then think of the tip crown of your head. And that's not a lot of space there, but just that visualization of lifting from the roof of mouth to crown of head, that can also help you find that extension all the way up through the top of the cervical spine. That will give you a little traction that will help traction your whole spine. So when I think about lifting roof of mouth, crown of head, I automatically get this inner lift. Whereas before, if I wasn't thinking that, I'm just not as lifted. So again, center pelvis, you're on your sit bones, to center rib cage the best you can, and then center of skull, finding that alignment front to back, and then you're smiling ear to ear from the base of your chin, nice and big grin there, and then last piece, you can think of roof of mouth, crown of head, so you're nice and tall and lifted. You always want to work from a nice posture. Set yourself up for the best success ever. Right, Pepper? Oh, she wants me to wear the glasses. Aren't these so cool? Okay, here, Pepper, you can wear them now. They're your glasses. There's Pepper's glasses. Oh, she looks like the rocket girl. The rocket girl. Yay! Okay, I love you. I love you. Go get a book. Go get a book. Pepper's going to go get us a book. Go get us a book, Pepper. Okay, so keeping that best you can. I'll do the best I can with what I got here. She's such a cutie pie. We'll do some muscle energy work. So again, find your alignment, chin in, lengthen roof of mouth, crown of head. Now hold that stability of your spine best you can, and we'll take the heel of our hand right up to the top of our forehead here. Keep the elbow forward so you can keep the shoulder on the back, and we'll just press gently into our forehead and with our hand, and then resist back, so head back to hand. For just a couple rounds of breath here. And with every exhale, again, you can think of softening down the front spine, lifting up through the back spine, building strength in your neck, postural muscles. And then release. What do you want there, Pepper? I think Pepper wants to be in the mix too. You can play too, Pepper. And then hand to the back of your skull. Same idea, keep the elbow in a little bit, shoulder integrated. And then press hand to head to hand. And keep finding that inner lift here. Make sure you're in the best alignment as possible. So you're building your spine from the ground up. And then heel of hand to side of skull. Again, find that alignment, chin in, smiling ear to ear, roof of mouth, crown of head. Just a couple breaths, using your exhale to soften the front, lift the back. And then I'll do the other side. Elbow in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Soften front, lift back. Roof of mouth, crown of head. So you can do that a couple more times. You can also intermix that during the day when you feel like you need just a little postural lift and just to reset your posture. Okay, and then after I do that, let's go ahead, take hold of your shoulders with your hands and just draw simple shoulders here, or simple circles here. So elbows forward and up and wide to the side. And as the elbows draw forward and up, just help that lift your side waist, rib cage. And then reverse your circle. Just a nice little floss of the shoulders here. And one more. Good. And then shoulders relax back. And then we all need a hug once in a while. So let's do that now. I sure need lots of hugs. You're gonna hold on, and I'm gonna sneak my hands right into the ridge of my scapula here. You can dig down and deeper and deeper. I have a lot of more stickiness in my right shoulder, so I'm going to sort of massage in there with my left fingertips, my right to my left. And then I'm just going to take a deep breath in, breathe space in between the back of my shoulders. Keep chin in, throat back. You can gently engage the abdominals as you lift to the back body. And then from there, like I'm taking off a sweater, I'm going to lift my elbows up, let my hands release, elbows open out to the side like a L shape, and then wing my arms down like wings, like angel wings. And then I'm going to do that again. Whoopsie daisy, Pepper, I'm so sorry. What? Pepper needs lots of attention here. Okay, let's put these on. You can be the star of the show. So you can do that a couple times. You can give yourself a hug, opposite hand on top. I can't remember which one I did, but hopefully you do. Give yourself a nice little massage in between the shoulders. And then take off your imaginary sweater, lengthen your side body, elbows wide to an L shape, and then angel wing down. So just continue that a few more rounds. You can find a little flow now. We'll also do this lying supine a little bit. Try to cross what elbows on top. Keep the chin and throat back. My chin really wants to sneak up in all of these actions, shortening the back of my neck. And again, I want to find that balance. I want to find that lift in the back of my neck to balance out the lift in the front spine, front of my neck. It feels really nice. One more time, just nice and easy. Lift and lengthen and exhale. Angel wings down, shoulders up and back. Okay, we'll do some more shoulder stretches in a second, but now let's transition on to our backs. Hey there. Hey there, Shroop Shroop. Come on, Pepper. Pepper is so into it. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. Sneak it right over there. Okay, so find your way lying supine on your back best you can. And to start there, just arms down by side, feet hip distance width apart, and just, again, keeping basic chin vertical to the floor here, shoulders back, nice and relaxed. So nod the head to the right, feel gentle stretch in the left shoulder, left neck. Come center and nod the head to the left. Feel that gentle stretch in the right shoulder. So just a couple more times. Again, recheck your basic chin when you come to center. Make sure it's vertical, it's not overly lifted. And then turn. Some of you may need to add a little support underneath your head if you have a lot of rounding in your upper spine and your head doesn't naturally touch the ground like mine does. Now we're going to add to this. So when I turn my head now to the right, I'm going to slide my right shoulder down and shrug my left shoulder up. I'm going to come center, find center, and balance the shoulders. And then other side, reach down left shoulder, shrug right shoulder up. So continue with that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, center, inhale. Nice little stretch. Feel the scapula just slide on the mat. Center and slide and center. Then I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to shrug right shoulder up to look to the right, reach left shoulder down. Keep the collarbone as wide as possible. Exhale, center, and inhale, shrug left shoulder, reach down through right. Keep bringing right shoulder back and center. So a few more like that. Those shoulders, outer shoulders, really want to hike up on me, and I got to keep working the outer shoulders back so I keep my collarbone as wide as possible. But it sure feels like a nice stretch. I'm really supporting myself with the floor here. Good. Enough with that. Now I'm going to interlace my hands above my heart here. Put a little bend in my elbows, draw my elbows behind me. Really interlace fingers tightly here. So I'm making this nice little shape. Elbows out. I'm just going to go nice and gentle side to side. And as I draw my elbows to the right, I'm going to open my left waist a little bit. Come center. Elbows to the left, open my little lateral stretch to my right side body. Just expanding to my side ribs a little bit. This feels nice. And then I'm going to add a little head turn here. So as my elbows go to my right, I'm going to turn my head to look at my right eye of the elbow. Chin in, throat back, come center. My elbows go to the left, and I'm going to turn to look at my left eye of the elbow. Chin in, throat back. And I'm going to continue nice and easy here. Inhale, center, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale. One more set. Keep squeezing my fingers together. Little expansion through the side ribs. One more. This is a nice release here for me. Good. Pause there. Stretch my arms overhead. Keep the elbows a little soft here from the shoulders back. And then reach the arms back up. And we're going to take some bridge poses. We're going to keep the arms right above the heart, a little bend in the elbow. Roll the spine up as I inhale. Press my palms up as I exhale, accent down through between my shoulder blades first and roll all the way through my spine. Inhale, release. Coming back up. And then again, pressing, exhale all the way down. Release. Again, use your inhale to peel up. Press through palms, soften through heart, exhale, roll down. It just adds that little expansion through the back body, between our shoulder blades here. Keep checking in with your chin. Make sure your eyes stay at the ceiling, not turning your head like I just did. One more time here. This is a nice stretch through my mid-thoracics. Pressing, softening, rolling down. Very good. Release that now. Now I'm going to integrate a little more core work, strengthening my abdomen into my base of support of my low back, mid-back. As you see, I'm just doing a couple pelvic clocks as I transition here. Good. I'm going to finish those circles up. Find a nice neutral position. So tailbone heavy. Make sure you're not tucking. Make sure you're not tucking. Get that tailbone down, and then keeping that length, tailbone down, you got to cinch your waist in. Floating ribs soften in. I'm going to float my legs to tabletop. I'm going to press my hands into my thighs and up, energetically, in and up. And elbows wide, shoulders back, chin in, throat back. And I'm going to take 3 breaths. I'm going to inhale big, breathe into the back ribs. And I'm going to exhale, soften breastbone, ribs, abdomen as I press my thighs forward and up. I'm going to think of bracing my spine with my abdomen here. And inhale again. You can flex the feet if that helps. Again, exhale without shortening, without tucking. Do the best you can to cinch into the frontal hip points. Abdomen in, soften the ribs down to the pubic bone. Really supporting your whole spine in its length. One more breath. Inhale, the energy soften. Exhale, find your alignment. Tailbone stays heavy. Tone your abdomen into the whole spine. Low back, mid back, upper spine. Good. Rest for a second. You can hug the knees in. So just to give you an idea, when I do my abdominal bracing, I find a lot of support through my left side waist and my left part of my spine. My right side is harder for me. My right side I'll have a lot more imbalance. I don't feel as much support of my abdomen supporting my right spine. So I have to work a little bit more consciously to really gather that right waistline in, soften the ribs in, give me more support. So let's do another set. Optional with this set, maybe keep the neck and head aligned, and you can maybe float the head up just a millimeter, like you're letting a piece of paper slide underneath your skull, just to strengthen all sides of your neck. Be really careful when you do that, not to overlift your neck and not to turn your head. Okay, so let's try 3 more breaths, abdominal bracing. Again, just to reset, make sure you're not tucking. Keep the hip points and your pubic bone on the same horizontal plane. In that length, tone your abdomen, float the legs tabletop, flex your feet, hands interject, press forward and up. Inhale, prepare. Again, exhale, side ribs pull in, frontal hip points pull in. And I'm just filling the space. The spaces I feel. Where do I feel not as supported? Breathe into those spaces and soften deeper into them, front to back. I'm going to see on my next exhale if I can float my head up a little bit, keeping my chin in, smiling ear to ear. One more breath. Release that effort, hug the knees in. Good. So hopefully that went okay for you. You can do some more, of course, a couple more sets. Let's just do a little windshield wiper. Keep the shoulders relaxed, arms down by your side, and inhale to side, exhale center, inhale to side. You can turn your head in the opposing direction here. Just a nice little unwind after all that stability work. Good, one more. Notice how my feet stay flexed. I keep some integrity, strength to the back thigh. That will correlate right up into the pelvis sacrum. We want to keep some general strength as we stretch. Good. And then let's go ahead, come onto your right side for pinwheel arms. Just one set here. Again, finding a little mobility through our thoracics. We're going to inhale, slide the left arm forward, keeping hips stacking. We'll swing the top arm around, and then come back to home. Just twice more. Inhale, forward. So I might lengthen out of the left hip, through the rib cage, open up, and then come back home. Try to keep the top knee squeezing down the bottom knee, top hip connected to the bottom hip. It's a nice little rotation. Very nice. Use your hands and pull yourself up. We'll just come onto the other side. Pepper's really cruising these days. Sort of fun. Okay, so hips are stacked, knees squeezing. Release your head. We'll inhale, reach forward, up, circle around. Couple more times, and think of the bottom rib cage doing the rotation. Again, accent that length as you reach the arm up out of the top hip. And plenty. And then pull yourself back up. Okay, let's continue on. Let's come to all fours. Okay. Some cat-cows here, just 3. We'll arch our low back, inhale, soften our chest, look forward. And then initiate with the pelvis, we'll round through our low back, release our head, neck, last, pressing the floor, broadening our back. Claw fingertips, make sure your hands are evenly spread, index finger knuckle presses down, index finger presses forward. And then draw the thighs back, pubic bone reaches back, lengthening through front spine, cow, and then exhale, cat. Release. One more time, inhale, and exhale. And let's do a couple hip circles here, just swaying your hips one side to the other and rounding to the other. So we sway to one direction and round the low back to the other direction. Just a nice way to open up that low back. I find with my low back, my hips are tight, my neck, shoulders are going to be tighter. So it's always important to work the whole body and know how it works together as one piece. Everything affects the other. Good. All right, come back and let's go ahead, flip the palms maybe. Turn the hands out and do 3 more cat-cows. I'm gonna go all the way. If you do that, it's an incredible stretch, opening through the chest, collarbone. It's hard, but try to keep a little bend in those elbows so you're not hyperextending here. It's really hard for me to do. Again, begin with the pelvis, roll back, open your chest, soften your chest down. Really lengthen from pubic bone to front neck to eyes, looking forward. And then exhale, round, release. Press the floor, broaden the ridge of the scapula. Inhale, again, soften, look forward, your whole face, that's important. Exhale, round, push the floor, release your head. Once more, inhale. Such a great stretch for our backs here. This nice cat-cow motion. Broaden. Very good. And then go ahead, pause and reset. Replant the hands. We're going to go right into a nice downward dog here. Stretch the whole posterior chain. Again, index finger points straight forward or slightly open. Give really tight shoulders. We're going to keep our cow spine, curl 10 toes, lift our knees, and hike the hips up and back. And we're going to pause and take a few deep breaths here. Now the focal point in downward facing dog is the center of the back of your heart, or right between the shoulder blades. So focus the breath there, really round there, maybe broaden there. Keeping knees bent, draw the pubic bone back like in cow. Send your thighs way back. Keep the armpits lifted, fingers pressed down forward. So you want to traction the spine as much as possible. A couple more breaths. I'm squeezing my feet shins in toward one another to find some strength in my lower body. Again, pubic bone back, fingertips pressed down, armpits hollow. Little external rotation in the upper arm bone to spread my shoulders broad. Then when you can't lengthen anymore by drawing that pubic bone back, then you can begin to work the flesh of the buttocks down and drive those heels from the sit bone, stretching to the back hamstring calf. Just one more breath here, nice and big. Exhale all the air out. Really lengthen there. And then keep the reach. We're going to inhale very slowly, round our low, middle, upper back, come forward, plank pose, top of a push-up. Hold a nice, strong, long plank, looking forward. Exhale, soften your heart, hike bend your knees, and then again, hike the hips up, back dog. Stay for a breath, breathe into the back of the heart. Exhale, thighs back, hands forward, hollow armpits, but drive those heels down. Inhale, again, very slowly with the inhale, come forward, open your back body. Plank pose. Exhale, soften your heart, bend your knees, and one more time, hike the hips up, back. Stretch. Last time here, again, soft knees, open the back of the shoulders, heart space. Exhale from that space, reach the hands, drive the thighs back, stretch your side ribs, and then reach the heels back. Stay in your down dog, one more breath, and maybe swivel the heels to the left, press that right hip back, come center, swivel the heels to the left, drive that outer left hip back, keep lifting through shoulder heads. Come back center, very good, inhale, come forward, plank pose. Top of a push-up. And this time, exhale, lower knees, bending through elbows, chest, chin. So keep a nice length, arcing your low back, keep shoulder heads lifted. And then stretch the legs back, one at a time, hands beside rib cage, and then baby cobra. Keep lifting shoulder heads, widening collarbone, elbows bend in a little bit, legs super strong. And then exhale, lower back down. Let's do a little more core work. Good job, Pepper. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Okay, a little break. So stretch those legs back. That's right, Pepper. Elbows underneath armpits. Make fists with your hands nice and strong. And you're gonna, la cucaracha. Good job. And you're gonna press the floor away. Stretch those legs back. So you're strengthening your back body. Pubic bone stays down, but the abdomen, ribs lift up. And your forearms press down and back. And drive those forearms down. Just drive the chest forward into a nice long spine, Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose. So you're really lengthening the front spine, supporting that length of the front spine, keeping your back spine really strong by firm hamstrings. Chin in, throat back, smiling ear to ear, lengthening roof of mouth to crown of head. Good. Then from there, moving into a nice forearm plank. We're going to exhale, start by softening the breastbone, ribs, navel to spine, pubic bone lifts, upper thighs lifts. You're in a modified plank. Some of you may stay here. Reach your legs together. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the midline. Press the floor. Draw the frontal hip points toward the midline. Sides the ribs in. Keep the gaze forward so your head doesn't drop. Put chin in, throw back. 3 more breaths. Maybe challenge yourself. Curl the 10 toes, find a full plank. Really focus on your exhale though, and how you can use your leverage down through forearms and toes to find that lift abdomen to spine. And again, for me, I'm thinking more about pulling up in my right side body. 1 more breath, inhale. Chin in, throw back. Smiling ear to ear. Roof of mouth, crown of head. Very good. From there, I'm just going to lower down same way I came. Knees, thighs, pubic bone, belly. And then come back to my Sphinx pose. We're going to add on to that. Take a deep breath in Sphinx. Exhale again. Just ripple up into your modified forearm plank. Staying here or go to full forearm plank. And this time we're going to add a little bit of movement. We're going to inhale, rock forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back. Hi, Pepper. And then keep smiling ear to ear. Keep drawing the roof of my mouth, the crown of head. Pepper's helping me by pulling my hair. Good. 1 more breath here. Inhale, forward. Hug the midline. Exhale, back. Come forward. Lower knees, thighs, pubic bone, belly. So again, come up in your Sphinx, still smiling ear to ear. That's right, Pepper. Okay, 1 more time. Here we go, adding on. So start by, again, lifting breastbone, floating ribs, lifting abdomen, pubic bone, upper thigh. Stay here and breathe 5 full breaths. Curl 10 toes under. And this time, we're going to inhale, left foot out, exhale, squeeze it in. 1. Exhale, squeeze it in. 2. Keep working that alignment in the upper body. Smiling ear to ear, roof of mouth, crown of head. Find that stacking in this horizontal plane, pelvis to rib cage, crown of head. 1 more. Hi, Pepper. Pause. Lower. If you have a little Pepper, you can give her a kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh. Kiss, kiss. Yeah, I love you. And let's do the other side now. So strong hamstring, still reaching. Open chest, collarbone, inhale. Again, exhale, press through forearms. Again, we're going to soften breastbone, ribs lift, belly lifts, pubic bone lifts, upper thighs lift. Here we are. This is sometimes plenty. Wow, do I feel the modified plank? I'm going to challenge myself, come up a little bit more. Keep connecting and ask yourself, where do you feel the most benefit and the most work? Sometimes, for a while, I felt the most benefit in forearm plank. Now my left leg, I'm going to inhale, stand on my left leg, I'm going to reach my right leg out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Legs are light. Hold a nice, strong, stable spine with your abdomen supporting it. Really think about hugging the side of the right waist in as the right leg comes into center. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, hold it, stretch it, so much strength, and then lower knees, thighs, belly, and Sphinx pose. Open your chest, press the forearms, reach the thighs, inhale here. And now exhale, I'm going to go ahead and walk my knees in a little bit, and I'm going to flip my palms open for a nice stretch. I'm going to keep my armpits on top of my elbows. I'm going to push the floor away, release my head, and create my shoulders drawing forward over my elbows. Keep that push to the floor as I draw my chest through my frame of my shoulders. Chest towards thighs. You know, always choose to walk the thighs back a little bit. And breathe so much spaciousness between your scapula here. Again, don't lose that press. Don't lose the shoulder shrugging up. Hands energetically press away. That's key. So as I draw my thighs back, chest back, I don't let my shoulders follow. Keep a strong base of the hands pressing down and apart. Forearms truly connected. This is such a nice stretch. 1 more breath. Exhale all the air. So nice with that. Excellent. And now, we'll come back to some more planks in a second. But let's integrate a little bit of hip work as well now too. So let's draw the left leg forward into a low lunge. Press the hands on top of the thigh. And you can just gently go forward and back here. Again, generally speaking, keep the hip shoulders square. Hands atop thigh. So good. And now pull yourself back a little bit. Really scissor squeeze the legs in. Pull up out of this right thigh. Now reach the arms back to a double L shape, goal shape. And let's go ahead and take the left elbow on top of right, eagle arm. Squeeze the elbows up and forward as the head, throat go back. Broaden the space between scapula again. And as we lower into our lunge, bending that left knee, we'll lift through the elbows. Head back, throat back, and then exhale, press down through heel, come back center. Twice more, lower into that lunge a little. Exhale, scissor those inner thighs, pull the abdomen back, head back, elbows squeeze forward. One more time, inhale, exhale. Now stay right here, keep that hug in, lift the elbow points, tone your abdomen, head, throat, draw back, chin in, throat back. And then pull yourself out. Take a little psoas stretch now. Release that, shoulders back, left forearm to thigh. Reach the right arm up again, pull up out of the right inner thigh. Square off through the pelvis. And then keeping hand on left forearm, keeping right shoulder back, just side stretch here. Or maybe left hand to something, a prop or block. And side stretch. Scissor the thighs, tone your abdomen. You can support the left side of your head with your right hand. And then press to your feet and gently come back up. Very good. Now I'm going to turn face you. And I'm just going to do a nice little hip stretch here a couple times. Heel stacking or in alignment with the right kneecap. It's a nice lateral opening for the hip. So good. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to scissor squeeze the legs toward one another. Same idea. Form. Reach my right arm up. Again, support my head slightly. And maybe touch the floor. Press my upper arm into my thigh, thigh into my arm. You can always look down here, like trying to keep this hip stacking over that kneecap, broadening my outer right hip here. Again, gently pull yourself back up. Okay, let's go ahead, side two, turn the back edge of your mat, and let's draw the right leg forward for a nice lunge. Okay. I didn't say it, but just make sure those feet, knees, hips are in alignment, like on train tracks. Hip distance width apart, outer hip distance width apart is fine. Okay, now press the floor away, hug that center line, keep your shoulders and hips best they can square. As I press my heel bone down forward, I feel that strength in my right hamstring, which is key. That's that back body supporting front body. Elbows to a nice L shape. Right elbow on top of left. Interlace through forearms and hands if possible. And if that's impossible, then just squeeze the forearms together, or you can go back to this idea here. Okay, so here we are. We're going to draw the elbows forward, up, right in front of the sternum here. And we're going to inhale as we lower our hips maybe, keeping them level. We're going to lift the elbow points up and higher. Keep the chin and throat back, smiling ear to ear even here. And then exhale, pull out of it. Again, inhale, head back, throat back, elbows go forward and up. And exhale. This feels really nice. I'm squeezing my hands in toward one another. Really opening my right side. I'm going to do one more on the side. Head back, throat back, spine tall. Smiling ear to ear. And I'm going to pause there. Or let's actually go one more and hold it. Just one breath. Lift elbows, head, throat back, lengthen, and then gently press the floor away to come up. That feels so good. Continue with my psoas stretch. I pull up out of my standing left shin bone. Continue that length up through my left arm, connecting through my middle. I'm going to right forearm to thigh, lift, inhale, support my right side of my skull with my hand, and gently side stretch. Keep drawing your thigh bone back so you pull energy up out of the thigh into the pelvic center. Possibly find your right hand to the floor or some sort of prop to deepen the sensation. Take one more generous breath, inhaling. Breathing the left side body open. Exhale, pressing the floor. And extending roof, mouth, crown of head, smiling ear to ear. Good, gently pull yourself up. I'll turn face you. Continue with a nice little hip stretch here. Nice, and just create more width laterally in my pelvis here. I'm going to keep my left hip point, right stack and top of left knee. Keep that midline. I'm going to inhale, float left arm up, same as before. Keep the groin a little soft so I can pull up out of the inner thigh. And again, gently side stretch. Maybe you can find your right hand to the inside of your right thigh here. I'm going to take one more breath. Again, you can support your head. You can draw your chin in, throat back, and gently gaze toward the floor. Deep inhale. Navel to spine, deep exhale. And I'm going to gently pull myself up. I'm going to pause and give Pepper a little kiss. Hi, Pipsqueak. Hi, Pepper. Getting almost that time of day for a little nap. Almost that time. Should we show one more pose? One more posture? One more posture? Should we do it? Okay, I always like to end with a little back bend. A little something to open my chest. Especially I'm always holding this one around. And that can really pull me down in my front spine and create that tension in my upper spine and neck. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and continue now, lying prone. Once I'm lying prone, I'm going to draw my elbows out to the side. I'm going to keep my elbows a little bit higher than my armpits. I'm going to spread my fingers brightly and press energetically down on the floor. So find your way there. There you go. So elbows out from armpits a little bit higher. Pressing my hands, so they're not just hanging out, resting. I'm energetically pressing the ground away. And I'm going to turn face you to start. Turn face my right. I'm going to keep pressing the left hand down, forward a little bit, lifting my left scapula best I can on my spine. And I'm going to bend my right hand by my face, lift the scapula, inhale, prepare, and then exhale, use my right hand to go ahead, spin my torso open to you. If possible, you can cross your right leg behind you or possibly bend the knee, plant your foot on the floor. Keep the chin in, throat back, still smiling ear to ear, still extending from roof of mouth to crown of head. Take a couple of deep breaths here. I'm opening that left upper chest area. But I'm going to keep my fingertips pressing, my left fingertips pressing to help me keep my left scapula lifted so it's not just collapsing down. I'm still trying to keep my armpits hollow, drawing my armpits into the center of my heart here. I'm going to take one more deep breath. Again, lengthen from floor, pelvis to heart to crown of head, finding that alignment best I can as I open deeper in this nice little twist and little chest opener. I'm going to come out of that. I'm going to go to side two. Find my L shapes with my hands. I'm going to turn face my left. I'm going to claw my right fingertips, lift my right scapula best I can. Bend my left elbow, left hand to face, inhale. And then I'm going to exhale, rotate open. Again, you don't have to bend your knees. You can just stretch your top left leg behind your right. I'm going to bend my knee, plant my foot to give me more leverage. And again, keep pressing right fingertips, keep lifting right shoulder best you can. Think armpits into center of heart. One breath, again, from the floor of your pelvis to your heart. Visualize that line, crown ahead. And then exhale, maybe spin open a little, teeny bit more. Hello, Pepper. And then gently come out. Very nice. Then from there, I'm going to come back. I'm going to draw my hands behind me, ending with a nice locust posture. I'm going to keep my forehead on the ground, and again, lift my scapula up. Wrap my toes down and lift my kneecaps up, firming the back thigh. And then, keeping my legs reaching, my hands pressing, I'm going to lift my head, throat, shoulders up. And I'm going to stay here 2 deep breaths. It's extra challenge with someone holding your head here. Inhale, you can feel the inner body. Keep lifting shoulder heads, keep drawing throat back, smiling ear to ear, reaching roof of mouth to crown of head. And then gently release. We'll try that just one more time. option to lift your feet and hands up off the floor now. So recenter everything, tone your abdomen, stretch and tone your thighs away, lift your shoulders, take a deep breath in, then exhale again, lifting head if you can. I'm not sure if I can. Head, throat, heart, and you have a kiss. Can I have a kiss? Oh, you bumped. Let me give you a kiss. Okay. We'll end it here. Take one more deep breath. Again, like I said, maybe possibly lift your arms up. Keep lifting shoulders. Shoulders higher than hands. Draw hands together, find to interlace. Maybe float thighs up. Draw mounds of big toes together, keeping kneecaps pointing straight down. And I'm going to stay for 2 more deep breaths here. I'm going to keep a little bend in my elbows. Prioritize more width between my scapula. I'm going to keep drawing my throat back, smiling ear to ear, lifting the roof of my mouth, crown of head. And then gently let it go. I'm going to use my hands, pull myself back up to all fours. I'm going to gently round my back, cat pose, release my head. Draw my hips back to child's. Just pause here, 1 deep breath in, back of heart. Always think of extending your mind out of your heart, not the other way around. Mind follows your heart. And then gently look forward to come up. And I'm going to end you with one last final stretch. You can do at any point of your day. I typically do it quite often when I'm out for a walk and someone else can push the stroller. People may think I look a little odd, but it sure feels good after I'm done. It's basically taking reverse namaste behind your, in your back, excuse me. So drawing your pinky fingers in between your scapula in the back body. So you want to make sure you're long, so I always say lengthen, shrug shoulders to your best you can, widen your scapula or widen your collarbone. And my tighter side is my right shoulder. So I use my left hand to help assist the lift of my right arm up, trying to find my pinky finger up in between the scapula best I can. So I take my right hand with my left hand, give it a little boost, draw my elbow in, and see if I can sneak my right pinky finger right in between my shoulder blades. And then usually I can find my left hand there, and I squeeze my hands toward one another. And notice my index fingers aren't touching, but I do my best to draw my index fingers together. And when I draw my index fingers together, notice what happens to my elbows and they draw back. I can draw my chin and throw back. And again, this encourages me to lift my chest up, where I like to really round forward. And especially when I'm holding her, it's so easy for me to sort of collapse in my middle upper thoracics here. So this is a nice reminder of my pinky fingers in between my scapula to help me lift my heart up. Then I have to remind myself that I have to draw my head back, throat back, so my heart can take priority, let my mind sort of follow. And I'm going to take one more gentle, deep, expansive breath with you right here. And I'm going to inhale again, breathe from my pelvis to my heart, to my mind last. I'm going to stay for my exhale, gently nudge my pinky fingers into my heart. Trying to draw index fingers to touch, elbows back, inner outer shoulder back, heart up. And gently release my hands down. I hope you enjoyed that class with me and Pepper. I think it's nap time for, both of us. But I hope this gives some of you some relief and some ideas of how you can relieve your upper spine and neck if you're experiencing any discomfort or pain. And I'll be here for you. Okay, have a lovely day, and until next time.